Hello and welcome to White Glove Reviews. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a kind of fun Victorinox Swiss Army knife. And this knife is a knife that I feel has kind of missed its window for being useful. This is the Victorinox Stylus. And as you can probably guess from the name, it might have something that's not super useful nowadays. In that case, and that is a stylus. As you can see, it's very similar to the Victorinox Signature, where you have basically the tools of a Victorinox Classic, and you swap out the toothpick for, in the case of the Signature, a pin, and in the case of this, for a stylus. So let's take a look at this. Let me show you the super awesome package you get with it. And on back. Let's open this thing up and take a look. It's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of a funny, sad little knife, really. Because the thing is, I mean, it's got a stylus. I guess if you can find these super inexpensively, what you can do is you could actually just swap out the pin refill, I would think. I'll tell you in a minute if you can actually do that. Alright. So this is the knife. Let me zoom in a little bit so this amazing thing with me. Alright. So it's got the usual tools that you would expect to see. It's got scissors, which just hate me sometimes. Why don't you want to come out, scissors? There we go. It's got the usual scissors. It's got the knife blade. And this is one of the 58mm versions. This is one of the usual. It's got the nail file and the little flathead screwdriver. And you have your tweezers, and the most exciting part of all, you've got the stylus. Man, so useless. The sad thing is, if you had like an old PDA, and this would probably have been pretty cool at the time, but nowadays that thing has sailed. Well, I did answer the one question though. You can just pull it out and swap in a pin if you're so inclined. I don't know though. I mean, like, I think if you're a Swiss Army knife collector, these might be, I don't think they're super rare, but they're probably, they're not like just common either, I don't think. Any of y'all who are hardcore Swiss Army knife collectors can tell me one way or the other about this one. But it's kind of a neat knife. I mean, it's one of those, it's a knife that's sort of, I don't know, out of its time or whatever, where its time was, I don't know, 2001 maybe? I don't think there's any indication of when this thing was made. Well, it says 2008 for Victorinox Swiss Army 2008, all rights reserved. So, maybe? I don't know. It just seems like, if this is 2008, that's probably a little late for having a stylus. But, if you do need a stylus, there's a Swiss Army knife out there that has you covered. Anyway, I'll include a link if you want to check it out to the Swiss Army knife wiki page for this. It's, yeah, it's a knife. It's one of those things, it's like, I feel like it's, I'm trying to think of what a good example of this would be in something that's not a Swiss Army knife, where it's kind of a weird, odd, sort of useless version of a thing. I mean, you still have all the stuff that makes a classic good, except you swapped out a toothpick, which has some use for a stylus, which, not so much. But on the other side of this whole thing, though, I really like the knife because it's just such an odd thing. Anyway, let me know what you think. You think the stylus is dumb? You think it's one of those things that is interesting because of its unusual pointlessness? I'll include a link. I'll include a link to the Swiss Army Knife Wiki for this. And if you want a more functional version of it, I'll include a link to the Victorinox signature. It's pretty much the same as this one, only instead of the stylus, you get a pin. So, anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. And if you have any questions or suggestions or ideas for Swiss Army knives that I need to take a look at, let me know. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And I hope y'all have an excellent day.